Hey, Game Goat. Welcome. I'll be doing some dust cloud animation. It's kind of complicated, but it's halfway done. But still, there's some work left. And I need to finish this kind of quickly. I have a tight deadline on this one. But this is the big project. This is the long journey. Jesus, so I'm sorry if that was a ear rape type deal, but okay, this should be fine. Let's go. Hey, Jackson and Quetz. Welcome, guys. So good to see you here. Even though I've reduced the streams to just one day now, I thought most people would lose their interest about watching these, but I'm so glad. I've been doing good. Drawing mostly. I did get a book called Anatomy for Sculpting. Hey, that's a good start. It's always good. Take your time. Don't rush anything. It takes time and practice to learn anatomy. But yeah, learning from a book is the way to go, at least for anatomy. I don't want to say I learned from like several different books, because what I did was I had access. I didn't own them, but my teacher lent them to me. I borrowed them, and I would just check out different sections of each book. So if I didn't understand some specific parts, for let's say the shoulder to neck connection, I would check out different books and read through them quickly, like glance over them, and then something would conform in my mind, and with that I would then practice what I conformed, and that was the way I learned a couple of things. So yeah, it's not exactly learning from or completely reading the book, but it was like, you know, kind of like mishmashing several books to read. Okay, this is the last cleanup part, and then I'm gonna go for the onion skin. And yeah, I apologize for streaming with just this white, what do you call this, underwear type thing, but it's so hot right now. I can't even put on a shirt, let alone for an hour straight. Like, I would sweat. I would. Well, I wish I had a hot tub in my room. But are hot tub streams allowed on YouTube? Okay, now let's check it. Yeah, this is gonna be kind of complicated. Yeah. Alright, let's try it like this. Oh, I should explain the scene here. Okay, so this is the very first scene that's going to be on the project. It's going to be a simple establishing shot. So we're going to focus on the tree first, then we're going to focus on the dust particles in the distance, which is an upcoming army. That's pretty much it. That's the establishing shot. There's not much going on, but JJ boy, it's going great. How are you doing? Ege Ceylan, teşekkürler. I'm doing a thing. What with this gamer deal? Or something else? Yeah, Türkçe biliyorum ama çok Türkçe konuşamam. İngilizce yayın. I will refrain from talking too much Turkish, just you know. But I have to, you know, bro fist my bros. You know what I'm saying? Consider that a quick bro fist. Alright, I can turn the music down a bit again. Okay, but it's fine. Okay. Ooh, this is the kind of tricky part. Also, I'm using a different software, Medibang. Oh, I heard of that. I don't know how it's though, how good or bad it is though, so I can't comment on that. But my advice would be to not immediately set on Medibang. Like, try it out, see if it works, but then try out some different softwares as well. And this right here is not working. What is this? Okay, I've made a mistake. Crete on Fire Alpaca. I never heard of that either. I use Krita myself though. I think our 64 bits, which crashes the software. Well, there must be 32-bit versions of them. Krita has a 32 version, I believe. But if your PC can handle it, which most probably should be able to, you should install a 64 version of Windows, or whatever you're using. 32 is outdated now. Even I have moved on to Windows 10, which I thought I would never be doing, but I did in the end. 64, that's like 4 times the bits, 8 times the bits. If you're gonna plagiarize AVGN, learn your quotes. It's 8 times the bits. 8 times 8 is 64. But we get the joke. Your efforts are not in vain. Okay, so let's do a quick check. Yeah, there we go. That's some nice dust. Then goes like that. And this is now a bit faster. And this is the loop. Okay, let's keep going. Hey, Banana Bread, welcome. It's been a while since I've seen that episode. Yeah, me too, but I watched them at least like 5 times each. It's especially in its heyday. Like, I started watching YouTube around 2009 or 10, like religiously. I used YouTube on and off when it came out, but I never knew you could subscribe to channels or follow channels and whatnot. I didn't create a YouTube account until 2010, and that was the time I learned about AVGN, and that was the best times AVGN has ever been. You know, he got all of his fame. But now it's kind of like Mike Motti also left the AVGN group, I believe. And that's kind of sad. Like, it's a bummer. General Kenobi, you are a bold one. I don't know who General Kenobi is. Like, if it's Obi-Wan, is it related to Obi-Wan? Or is it related to Obi-Juan? Like, the Spanish Obi-Wan Kenobi, like. Yes. It's a reference to Revenge of the Sith. Did I watch Revenge of the Sith? I believe no. If it's the third movie, I don't know. Like the movie where there's this robot general. What was his name? God, I didn't watch that movie. Once Phantom Menace came out, that was the only one I watched in the prequel trilogy, and then no, I didn't continue. Oh god, this is way too... Okay, I need to make some adjustments, I believe. No. Okay. It's just a General Grievous. Yes, it's that guy. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, I don't get the meme because I haven't watched that movie, unfortunately. I'm missing out on so much, I would guess. Well, is it worth it for me to watch the third movie just to get the meme? You know, just to get the feeling for the meme. There's a psychological question for you, or a philosophical question. Is it worth it to watch a whole movie, even if it's like bad or boring, just to get a meme? You know, just to understand a meme. This is too small. People say it's the best prequel. Probably, but you know, after watching Phantom Menace, I could, you know, go back and watch it, but okay, this has to go. And it's probably one of the better ones, but you know, once Phantom Menace slaps you in the face, you lose faith a bit, you know? Hey, So, welcome! So good to see you. Okay, let's do a quick check. Yeah, this stuff disappeared immediately. CJ, welcome. Have a good evening. Yeah, this one here disappeared as well. I believe that's gonna... Yeah, okay, so... Yeah, this one has to go down. It's way too up. So it should be like here, and then... Yes, now it would work. Oh god. Oh, okay. I wish this channel would get more attention. He's putting so much work into everything. Yeah, but I'm not putting... Yeah, but the algorithm wants more quantity, and yeah, and right now I don't want this channel to take off. I need a bit more time. It's gonna take off because of the question Soso Animation's asking right now. It's related to that. So to answer that, yes, this is the Netflix project that I'm working on right now. This is the first scene, and since some people joined in, let me explain. This is the first scene of the pilot episode of Project Witch, which is gonna be a TV show, okay? And hopefully it'll be accepted by some big streaming platform. Regardless, this is the first scene, and this is gonna be an establishing shot showing this big tree up in the middle, and then it focuses on, there's gonna be this blurring effect. So it focuses on the background where these dust particles are, just dust comes up, indicating a big army is marching towards this tree. So that's the establishing shot, pretty much. Welcome, by the way, Sicko, and thank you. Now I need to pick up where I left off. Okay. Okay, this is gonna be a bit... Okay. Is it all by you, or are you only doing the animation? It's complicated. Yes, all of the animations are going to be done by me, which is 7 minutes of animation, and that's a huge undertaking. But I am willing to do it. Like, I will put in all of my time into just this, because it's a huge opportunity for me. But aside from that, there are in total, at least from what I've seen, there are probably more, like voice acting and whatnot. There are some more people involved in this, but right now, for this pilot project, 4 people were involved. The project leader or project owner, Damian Taylor, who is a former Warner Brothers employee, and he's kind of a mysterious guy, let's say, okay? But he knows his stuff when it comes to projects. And then we have Omar, which is a director. I've worked with him. I know him from Istanbul, from Turkey, but he moved to America, and he's kind of this jack of all trades, let's say. But he worked closely on the storyboards. Speaking of storyboards, Katarzyna Bireczka, I believe, she did the storyboards, and she's doing the backgrounds right now. And I'll be doing all the animation, so it's a 4-man project, really. But it's gonna take a while. Like, it's gonna take a couple of months, and it won't be like... My biggest fear is gonna be like, people will see this and they'll say, "Oh, what shitty animation," and they would be right, but most of them won't know that only one animator worked on this, and it wasn't supposed to be like this polished TV show or anything. Like, the intention is that, yes, but this is a pilot episode. When you watch a pilot episode of any show, it's gonna look really different from the original TV show, because TV shows are more polished. But one example that I know best of, and it's a pure horror story, check out Rocco's Modern Life, and it's even on a specific episode. I believe it was season 1, episode 4. There's this one episode which is like completely different, both in animation and visually. Rocco looks completely different. Like, he looks more like beaten up and jagged and deformed. That's because that episode was actually the pilot episode, but they still decided to air it as it was, with some, coloring and whatnot, I guess. Banana bread, bye. Thank you. But yeah, that's my biggest fear actually. Like, people are gonna say, "Oh, the animation looks so shitty. What is this?" But I hope they do the marketing in the sense that, hey, this was done by one animator and one background artist. So hey, check it out. But it's not gonna be a marketing stuff. This won't be public or anything. This is gonna be shown to investors or streaming platform executives and whatnot. But I believe they would still put it on social media, YouTube or whatever. The first season of 80s TMNT show was a pilot, and most say that has the best animation. Probably it could be. I haven't seen that pilot episode. I've seen the show many times, but I am not aware of the pilot. I'm gonna look it up at my leisure, of course. But yeah, that would be good to see. But yeah, that's how pilot episodes actually are. Like, completely different. Like, on a TV show, on a single episode, like maybe 10-15 animators would work on a single episode. On pilot episodes, you're lucky if you get another animator to work on it. Like, that's not happening. Okay, I'm doing something wrong here, obviously. So I'm gonna follow the blue guide for a bit. Yes, okay. When people watch a show, they first look at the story, then the animation. Both One Punch Man and Mob Psycho 100 Comics have pretty bad drawings, but they're still some of the most popular shows. Yeah, but I don't know about Mob Psycho, but One Punch Man is kind of like this parody comedy type deal. But even though it has some nice animations in it, but when you're doing a comedy show, you can cheat on animations a lot, like a lot. But even then, One Punch Man has some amazing animation sections in it. But this is not a comedy show. What I'm working on, unfortunately, so I can't cheat as much. But we'll see. I'll enjoy working on this. Like, this is my big break here, bro. This is gonna be my big break. Let's check. It's gonna look a bit awkward here. Nah, it's not. This is gonna look a bit awkward though. So like, the animation on the show is amazing. I'm actually talking about the original manga. Yeah. I haven't seen the manga, but you can tell from the protagonist's, face at least. Oh God, what have I done? Oh God, what is this? In Dragon Ball, you have sometimes really cheap animations as well, but in the fighting scenes, they put. Yeah, that's what I'm gonna try to do here. Like, the first scene is gonna be an action scene, and that's the most time I'm gonna put in. Like, full on, for a full minute, it's gonna be action. Damian Fernandez, welcome! And that's what they do in most animes, like, you know, the mouth flaps and static poses most of the time during dialogue. That's to save time, to put more time into these amazing choreographics fighting scenes. I've never read the manga, but I love the anime. I'm back. He's back. Well, thank you for letting me know. Welcome, Damien, by the way. So, yeah, okay. Here we go. I have to do something like this here. Oh god, this is gonna look really bad. No, it's not, okay. And now it... Okay, now it's cool. Top of the morning to ya. Thank you. The hardest part about dust particles is, or like smoke dusts and whatnot, is that you have to keep track of many things together. Like, you have to section every big of chunk of cloud, and you have to keep track of them in your head. Otherwise, it looks like it'll just morph into different forms. That's not how clouds work. So you have to keep track. Yeah, you see, like, you see this cloud right here is popping off for no reason, so I have to fix this. Okay, that was easy. I thought it could have been much worse, but it's not. You see, there's some, ever so slight, there's some morphing going on. Between these two frames, it doesn't look like it moves as much. But it's fine, it can do that occasionally. Okay, it's great. Sixten, you got in time, dude. Thank you for joining in. With what animation software did you start with? Funny enough, it was Toon Boom. From the very beginning. I know the first days of Toon Boom, in fact, like, it wasn't even called Toon Boom Harmony, it was called Toon Boom Animate. And they switched to Harmony like around 2011. There's something weird going on here. That's gotta be the most asked question animators. I'm used to it. For once I got a notification and had time to watch the stream. I thought that notification wouldn't get to you because I'm streaming much less frequently now, like once a week. You started with Tumo, but that's really expensive. Well, I started with the free 1 month trial. And then I just stuck with it. Of course, there was some time where I used different softwares like that were free because I couldn't pay the monthly fee anymore. But that was a brief period of time. And yeah, it is expensive, unfortunately. But you know, if this is your business, it's normal. Thankfully, I still got notified. I got no clue how the notification system works. Yeah, me neither. I wish I could know. Okay, so no, this is fine. This is totally fine. Okay, so like let's make something like this. Okay, so that it reads like another dust particle came out of here or got ripped. Okay, so now it's gonna look beautiful. It's gonna look beautiful. One question, how do I get my notifications back because you stopped appearing to any channel I watch? That's a YouTube problem. Wait, appearing to any channel because they stopped appearing to any channel I watch. You know, the subscribed channels, nothing, no notifications at all? That sounds like a YouTube problem, which I am not too familiar with. Beautiful, beautiful. Alright, one by one, we're getting there. And there's a massive... Yeah, okay, this is not good. Okay, I didn't like this either. For how long do you intend on streaming? I don't have a long day. 20 minutes. I'm keeping it at 1 hour. Maybe give or take a couple more minutes. You know, closing thoughts and whatnot. This looks better. Okay. Let's keep on going. That might be because your notifications are turned off altogether if YouTube has some settings. I don't know. It could be. It's gotta be like a government conspiracy or something. Yeah, it's kind of a... You know, I don't want to panic you, but someone else might be fiddling with your account. I don't know. I stayed for as long as I can. Like I said, for now I'm gonna stick with 1 hour streams. That means I have like 20 minutes left. So yeah. Okay, this one here I have to kind of think. Okay, it worked out great. I think I know some people who would do this, so not so surprised. Okay. You better get that checked. You can change your password, first things first. So, like... 1 hour might be the perfect length. Yeah. I kind of lose focus after a while. And I do tend to... I prefer to work in silence mostly, but I also want to, you know, show my progress to you guys. And since recording videos and whatnot is too stressful for me, well, not stressful, but it's work. It's extra work that I have to do, and I have to record audio and whatnot, and I have to do, you know, research and find something to talk about. It's just I don't have time for that right now. Activate two-factor authentication. Yeah. Tighten up your security. I think I fixed it. Great to know. So let's do a general check once more. Oh, this stays a bit too in place. And now I have to fix these here too. Oh, this is not too bad. Oh my god, how did I miss this? And it's missing here too, of course. I prefer your content in form as live streams more than in video, and it's less work for you, so a clear victory. Yeah, I'm glad to hear that. Like, I want to be focused more on... I do like to talk about things when I have something to talk about. Like, I don't want to talk about... I don't want to force myself to talk about things weekly. But in the stream environment, it's much more relaxed. I don't have to, you know, as long as I animate something, yeah, it's a clear victory. Yes, this looks great. This looks so great. This is gonna look so amazing. Then Now there's only this one left. And I gotta go now. Have a good day. Well, okay. Thank you for joining in. There's only like 10-13 minutes left anyway. But thank you for joining in. And now, let's make a playtest. And I can't playtest this because it's way too zoomed up. But yeah. Okay, looks solid. At least it looks solid. I could have done much more to make this look way better, but you know what? This is my third try, I believe, for today. And I don't want to waste too much time on just a cloud. Dust cloud. But it looks pretty good. And it's like not too fast, not too slow. The right. Just the right speed. And now on to getting these in. And this is gonna be much simpler because it's just like the in between, so all I have to do is just like simple tracing mostly. Okay, let's add this little goofball here. And this little goofball here. Okay. This looks too... Okay, this is fine. So that's one. By the way, do we watch the football final tomorrow? Was it Italy and... God, what was it? I have no interest in football, dude. Like... Uh, I have no interest in football. Like, I never... And I believe it's because of my childhood. So, when I was a child, I was raised in Germany. So, I was born in Germany. I lived in Germany until I was, like, in mid-elementary school. So, during elementary school, Italy versus England. Wow, that's so weird. So, my parents decided to, hey, you should try some sports, okay? So, one of our relatives was a football coach. And, we knew this guy. He was this happy, friendly guy. And we would see them on, New Year's and, gatherings and whatnot. He was kind of like a close relative to us. We knew him pretty well. And he was like this funny guy, constantly cracking jokes and whatnot. And then when I got to his coaching session, like there were like 15, 20 kids maybe. He immediately turned into this drill sergeant kind of guy. He would constantly yell. He would say, pass the ball, shoot it, do this, whatever, run, constantly in my face. And then I just, for 5 minutes or maybe 10 minutes, 10 minutes later, I went back to my parents. They were there. And I was like 7 or 8 maybe, I can't remember. I went to them and said, no, I don't want to play football. And that was my probably last experience with football. Like, that guy immediately turned me off on football. Okay. That's why I'm not into football anymore, and it's for the better. I'm back. One little brother moved something. Yeah, welcome back. And Hazem, welcome to the stream. But I might need to do that again. But the stream is about to end, and once the stream ends, I'm gonna undo it, definitely. But if you keep going like that, I'm not a patient man. Let's put it like that. Everyone around me is into football, but I'm not into that. Yeah, that's also another factor. Like, everyone around me is also into football. Well, at least until I was like at a high school, and I just couldn't stand it, especially with my childhood memory. It's football seems kind of like this economic ruse. It's just a empty market. Especially when you see these football players getting paid astronomical salaries or payments or transfer fees and whatnot. Such an overbloated market. Sure, brother, you're good. Well, thank you. Let's just whatever. Okay, this might be... this looks good, but this... Okay, it looks fine. And alright, that's it for the stream, guys. This is gonna be boring. I'm just gonna trace in betweens now. But thank you for joining in, everyone. In the future I might make more streams. I could not stand football as a child as well, so I started taekwondo, and I do this until today. I always wanted to do that as a child, but I never got anyone to, teach me. So it never happened. I wish I would have learned any martial art from like when I was a child. I might have stuck to it. What's the animation for? This is for a big project. This is for a pilot episode that might or might not become a TV show, but from the connections the project owner has, it looks like it's gonna be greenlit. So this is a big step up for me. I'm gonna be doing 7 minutes of animation for this by myself. It's a huge undertaking, but I'm gonna put all of my effort into this. Like, I have no other projects going on right now. Nothing. Even my own personal projects are shelved right now. I might pick them up once this big episode is finished, but up until then I am not touching them. I won't have any time. But yeah, thank you for joining in, guys. I have to close this down. This is gonna be boring. I'm gonna be doing in-betweens for like a couple hours more. I might do more streams as time goes on, but for now it's still Saturday. Every Saturday. Then let's see what happens, okay? I did Kung Fu and now I can use nunchucks, but really useful, but still. It is useful. I had a friend that could do tricks with nunchucks, and he made this like 1.5 minute long show, and I recorded it. It was really great. But anyway, yeah, cheers, Damien and CJ. Alright, then see you next time. Best luck with your project. Yeah, thank you. Okay, guys, this is it for real. Thank you for joining in, everyone, and have a great day, guys. Cheers.